We have been playing a game all hour, and you have been guessing where in the burg Mikey Hood is. And there have been some really good guesses on our Facebook page at PTL.
Yeah, Plum Burrow, some people are saying. Top of the Fort Pitt Tunnel, which is interesting. Top Golf. Well, Mikey is back to give her final clue and big reveal, and I will say her last clue really threw me for a loop because I have no idea.
Stumped both of us.
Yeah. Mikey, tell us, where in the burg are you?
At one point, you could get Coke here, not the kind you drink, and not the drug either. Where am I? Well, if you haven't guessed it by now, I'm at the Carrie Blast Furnaces. It's a National Historic Landmark preserved right here in the Swissvale, Rankin area. And I have Ron Baraff. He is with Rivers of Steel. And Ron, you give tours here all day, every day. Where are we standing right now?
We are in number 6 cast house for the blast furnaces that were here. There were 7 at one time, but at the height of production, you have 6 that were running that were producing 9,000 tons of molten iron a day. The men who worked in here were charged with opening this furnace every 4 to 6 hours and drying off the iron, 250 tons at a time. So think of this as a man-made volcano, that every 4 to 6 hours they have to cause it to erupt and causing rivers of iron to run down these runners and through a hole in the floor and into a bottle car, which would be filled with 150 tons of molten iron taken across the hot metal bridge over to Homestead, where it was converted into steel. And that steel became the steel that built the world.
I kind of feel that this place looks like it did in the 1950s. A lot of that has been preserved.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much intact the way it looked. The biggest difference is we can stand here comfortably. When this was running, ambient temperature in here was close to 400 degrees. I mean, this is 2,800 degrees here that's running through. This was a really harsh environment to work in. It would eat you up and spit you out. But what they made here changed the world.
Now, how many people used to work here, and what were their schedules like?
So at its height, across the Homestead Works, both sides of the river, 15,000 people at its height. On this side of the river, about 2,400 people. Early on, you're working 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, every other Sunday doing a 24-hour shift. You know, later years as the unions come in, you get into more shift work, but it was common for people working in the blast furnace to still do 12-hour days. This was a rough life, and it was a life that not everybody could do. And primarily after World War II, this becomes the domain of African Americans. It was a place for them to be able to get a job, a good paying job, and be able to move forward into the future. This was an amazing, amazing, harsh site.
That's fascinating. So talk about now, on this day, you give tours here. What types of tours do you give?
We do a number of different types of tours. We do public tours, industrial tours, May through the end of October, Wednesday through Sunday. But we also do tours that are arts and grounds tours. We look at the post-industrial life of this site. What happens when the work goes away? And artists start to come in, and people start to come in to explore the site. We also do environmental-based tours, looking at the Iron Garden, and how ecology and the environment are coming back in and reclaiming this site. Along with that, there's a number of events that we run, including the Festival of Combustion coming up at the end of September, where we'll be casting iron on site and doing other hot arts and blacksmithing, etc.
And you also can have a wedding here. How cool would that be?
Yeah, it's amazing, and we've had a number of weddings here, a number of wedding receptions. We've had television shows shot here, we've had movies shot here. You know, American Ninja Warrior has been here. This is a site that really can tell a number of different stories. But the main part is everybody that comes here wants to know what this is and how it worked.
Well, thanks so much, Ron. Thanks for telling us that story today. And if you want to find about more information on Carrie Blast Furnaces and how you can schedule a tour, you can visit PittsburghTodayLive.com. I think I'm going to stick around and maybe you can put me to work.
Absolutely.
Back to you guys.
I love it. Thanks, Mikey. And some people on Facebook did guess correctly. They figured it out. You guys are always very smart, so we appreciate your guesses.
Yeah, I can't wait to see where the next location is.
Yeah, and I truly did not know that.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
We learned a lot.
We did.
Yeah.